Good for you, Rooney. Your wish is gonna come true now. You can join a world of no worries.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your afterlife. A grand adventure awaits. Please cast your eye to the screen as we begin the presentation. The management building is the first step on your way to the other side. You'll enjoy a seamless transition with helpful clerks and friendly demons posted on every floor. Unfinished business? Visit our recently refurbished Earthly Business and Hauntings department, and finally settle those petty moral disputes before departure.
Excuse me?
The question section is at the end. Thank you. Overwhelmed by change? Visit our transitional support team in their gorgeous garden. Feeling at peace with your passing, you will be inspired to move on to your mortal end with your back straight and chin up. Finally, at the end of your stay in management, you will be guided to the departure gate. You'll find an instructional leaflet under your seat, and feedback forms will be provided. Thank you. Any questions?
Yes, me. Hi. So, I'm dead.
This marks the end of our seminar.
Wow, Mom, it's snowing. I can't believe it's snowing here. Wait.
Attention citizens. Now, any and all outside activities are forbidden without exception.
I've used up most of what you gave me already. What do you mean you need more time? Maya, I'm sorry. Mom has to go. But I know you'll be okay without me.
Why not?
It's dangerous.
Mom.
I'm sorry.
Mom, you have to...
Maya.
I'll handle it, Mom.
No! You're staying inside, understand? You're too young to go out there.
Here goes.
No! No, come on! Maya! Come on! Don't... Please! Give me a heartbeat, Maya! A heartbeat!
Saint of the flesh, satisfy our hunger from your crimson depths. Let your blood enlighten us. Nourish and feed us with your perennial wisdom. Saint of the flesh, satisfy our hunger from your crimson depths. Let your blood enlighten us. Nourish and feed us with your perennial wisdom. Satisfy our hunger. Let your blood in crimson depths enlighten us. Saint of the flesh, satisfy our hunger through the flesh of the blessed ones.
how's it going? I hope we're doing well. What the heck? Okay. Weird. I think it says shield mode's on, but it's not. Hello, Stains Blue. Hope you're doing well. Happy Taco Tuesday as well. Let me open the Taco Tuesday Taco Token raffle. Regulus was here, and then I left, and he left with me. And hello, Busty Bookers. Alright. Taco Tuesday.
I sure could go for 100 tacos right
Me
about
too.
now.
I had tacos today. I only had 2 tacos. I got 3, but I only ate 2. And took 1 home. So I have tacos tomorrow. So I did have tacos today. They were beef burrito tacos. Delicious. They were delicious. Not the best burrito tacos I've had. I will say that. I kind of think I would have preferred a burrito to, you know, I mean, they were good, but they weren't like this other place that I go to has those, and they're just, oh man, they're so good. They come with like this consomme sauce, kind of like an au-jus that you would get like with a French dip. And it was kind of disappointing. The tacos themselves I thought were pretty good, but that was where the disappointment set in. I don't know. But hey, I have leftovers, which is good. And we have a Regulus. Regulus says hi. With his tail. Oh, come on. I'm trying to do this thing. It doesn't want to let me. What do you do? Have an itch, weirdo? Well, that's weird. I'm looking for a new emote artist person. And, so you can get some new emotes in there. I just don't know. I don't know what kind of emotes we want. So any ideas would be appreciated for new emotes, new subscriber badges, things like that. Because I feel like the peanuts, butter, and peanut butter thing is super duper obscure. And maybe we can go with something different. I'm good with the I'm definitely good with the mops, but we also need to figure out where to go from the mops as well. Anyway, let's get started with this game. I think we're gonna fit. I think we may finish this game today. Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper. Speaking of which, let's look up Jack the Ripper. Like, Jack the Ripper was... Jack the Ripper was technically unidentified. Right? Hmm. Did they actually, they actually think the... What? No, we're looking... I was looking up the Jack the Ripper, the historical stuff about it. But I'm not finding anything about the real identity. At least not in here. I see suspects. So... There is mutually incompatible claims that DNA evidence points to two different suspects. Yeah, that's kind of if you have DNA evidence and it points to two different suspects, then you kind of have to be like, something's not right here. One was to a barber and the other was to an artist.
It's raining tacos.
Anyway, let's play the game. Let's fix my glasses first, because the screw... They got a screw loose, kind of like me. Come on. There we go. Fixed. For the time being. Your phone screen is janking out. Okay. Alright, well, if you post random letters, then we'll know what may have happened. Play. I just have to remember what we're doing. What are we doing? Ah! I think it's in the. I think we can look at the notes or the dialogues. Pet shop. First, we took Bucks for a murder with Watson. Or reading the newspaper start date. They mentioned several murders in the pursuit. I have no chance to find them, but perhaps I could find something. Oh, Central News Agency. We're going to Central. Did I write this down? I did not. Central News Agency, and then the pet shop. Regulus looks ready. Yeah, Regulus is so ready. He's as ready as he could be. Alright, let's do it. Oh yeah. Central News Agency. Where's that at? Oh, there it is.
Ah, bullying is there. It won't hurt just this once.
Are we gonna kick him? Punch him in the back of the head? Let's punch him in the back of the head.
Hello, Mr. Bulling. So, did your colleague tell you about the tip?
What tip?
Ah, I see. I gave him an explosive tip and he went without you? Oh, that's not very sporting on his part. No doubt he took all of the credit for his discovery.
You're winding me up, eh?
I must show Bulling something to make him believe me.
What do you want?
I'm not winding you up. The proof is that he gave me this advance on the debt.
The traitor! He owes me if I find him.
Before I leave, can you do me a favor?
Heck, tell me.
I'm looking for some reliable info on the murders committed in Whitechapel in the months before Polly Nichols' attack.
Reliable? Ha! You really think you'll find that here? Fine. I'll be honest with you. We have folders that group the dispatches from the current year into categories. In the police law category, you'll find the transcripts of the trials and investigations that we sell to the newspapers that ask us.
Perfect.
Sadly, I am out of time. I'll leave you to solve it, eh? You're the detective, aren't you?
What does that mean? I have no idea. Where'd he go? He just disappeared. He's probably the murderer. Look, he can just vanish. Wow, that's amazing.
The dossiers are full of papers in dated envelopes. I can't open them. That would be too obvious. How can I tell which compartment to look in? No categories are indicated.
Okay. What? Are you just gonna assume they're in alphabetical order or something? Wow.
This compartment was repaired recently. This compartment was repaired recently. An envelope is torn. I can tell that this dispatch contains economic information. An envelope is torn. I can tell that this dispatch contains economic information. This compartment was repaired recently.
Why would it have been repaired? Okay, Okay, this seems impossible.
This compartment was repaired recently. An envelope is torn.
Okay. Maybe there's other information around to help us. I don't know. Yesterday, I randomly placed a few inventions and science with politics dispatches. After all, they are always harebrained items. Given that the compartments are one on top of the other, it could have easily... Oh, okay. This is going to be a logic puzzle. We're going to have we've got ourselves a logic puzzle. Now I just need some paper to write things on. Where the heck is my paper? Alright. We got... inventions and science. Over or under politics. All right. As soon as I have the chance, I will show him how, like in the news, everything is in balance. He looks like a halfwit. He can easily confuse the politics with the society sections on his right. Okay, politics. And on the right. Wait, on his right. Society. And this ladder with economy, which is its neighbor. So society, neighbor, next to economy. Okay. All right, we got some stuff. All right. More info. Oh, brother has a misfortune. My first is given spot of the stove. I am very cold in the morning. Next, I have to sort through the dispatches, the most tedious and boring work imaginable. Once the work is done, I must take each envelope to the journalist in question, who won't even deign to look at me. Finally, at the end of my third day, the boss called me into his office and gave me a sermon. Seems that I mixed up the dispatches. I was so Worn out that I could only protest half-heartedly. He gave me a second chance. Now I'm in the sticky situation. The only hopeful note comes from my colleague. Charming young woman who is the only one to give me a smile. She helps me as much as she can and tries to prompt me regarding which compartment I should put my dispatches in, because everyone else knows okay. The politics and society are on the side. On side. Okay. Sports is underneath economy. Okay. Personalities is at the end of the row. End of row. Okay. I mean, you could just say here's where they all are. Front page news is the first compartment. And these are confident, and these are almost. I don't think I have volunteered for that. Okay, all right. Well, there's that. To improve the dispatch filing, pose major info up. What the heck is this word? Oh, high. It's high. That says high. Okay. News in brief is low. And police law is high. News and brief, which at the moment, which is for the moment up high, which is actually down low. Oh, so these are how they are. So it's high and low. Okay. Furthermore, the weather section is almost always empty. Put it with news. Okay, weather is almost empty. Okay, alright. I think that might be all the clues we have. Okay. Wait, nope. We got some more. Well, let's see what we can do with what we've got. Okay, we know, we have a lot here. We know that sports is underneath economy. So sports is here. We know that weather has almost nothing in it. So weather is here. Right? We know that front page is the first compartment. So that's here. We know that society is next to economy. We also know that politics and society are on the side, which I assume means society is here. And that would mean politics pretty much has to be here. Although it says personality is at the end of the row, which kind of like makes this not work. Also, invention and science is underneath. What? This doesn't actually work. Based on what we've got, this doesn't work. Because inventions and science is under politics. So we know. Okay, so the bottom row is going to have police and law. It's gonna have, oh wait, it's over or under politics. politics. We don't know if it's over or under it. But it says that politics and society are on the side. I mean, so that doesn't really work. That doesn't really work. Does it say anything about culture? No. Police and law is down here. We know that. Inventions in science is over or under politics. But politics is on the side and front page is the first compartment. This doesn't make sense. Alright, well, let's look at the other clues, I guess. See if they help us. The answer received news dispatches the file system that you made appears to be too small, particularly for the world and society sections, which cover too much area and overflow into the boxes below. Police, law, and culture, respectively. Would you be able to furnish a device in order to keep only one filing cabinet? While awaiting your response, sir, please, sir, accept the best wishes, director. So, the world and society sections, which cover too much area and overflow into boxes below. Okay. Okay, so culture is below. Culture is below society. And police and law. So society is above culture. And world is below police and law. Okay, we know that. And they also overflow, so they're probably full also. Alright, one more. Repair of the wood for news and brief compartment, £1. So news and brief has been repaired. And that's it. That's I think all of our clues that we've got. Hey Finkelroy. I hope you're doing well. Wait, what's this? The blue envelopes from the dispatch compartment contain confidential facts that must not be discussed. As a reminder, they contain the political personalities and economic issues. Okay, blue equals political personality and economic issues. Okay, cool.
Closed.
All right. Okay, so I think that's all the clues we're gonna get. So that's economy. So this is either it's either politics or personalities. So this must be politics, but politics has to be on top. It has to be. But it also said it was on the side, which doesn't make sense. Which means society has to be here. Well, actually it doesn't. And that means this has to be personalities, right? Sports is underneath economy. Personality is the end of row, which I guess it is. I guess this is technically the end of the row. I was thinking end was at the other side, but I suppose each side is the end. It says invention and sciences is over or under the politics. Police and law is low, which is either here or here. And news and brief is high. News and brief is... Wait, News and Brief is the one that was repaired. So News and Brief is here. Because that was repaired. So Society's there. Culture is under Society. Which means it goes here and here. Success.
These envelopes contain dispatches of police and judicial cases. Now, I need to open them discreetly. I must try to unglue the openings.
I'm a genius! I need to unglue the openings. I guess there's stuff here to do that.
I need something. I need something.
Need something to put in there. Oh.
Water. I need something. There, that will provide me with steam. Open, and it looks like I'm in luck. This envelope contains precious information.
The East Met held an inquiry on Saturday at the London hospital respecting the deaths of Emma Elizabeth Smith, aged 45, a widow, lately living at 18 Georgia Street, Spitalfields, who was allegedly had been murdered. It was allegedly had been murdered. Police Inspector West of the H Division of Police, attended by the Commissioners of Police, Mrs. Mary Russell, deputy keeper of the common lodging house, stated that she had known the deceased for about 2 years. On the evening of Bank Holiday, April 2nd, she left home at 7 o'clock and returned about 4 or 5 the next morning in a dreadful state. Her face and head were much injured, one of her ears being nearly torn off. She told the witness that she had been set upon and robbed of all her money. Witnesses took her to the hospital, and when passing along Osborne Street, the deceased pointed out the spot where she was assaulted. She said there were 3 men, but she could not describe them. Mr. George Haslip, house surgeon, stated that when the deceased was admitted to the hospital, she had been drinking, but was not intoxicated. She was bleeding from the head and ear and had other injuries of a revolting nature. Witnesses found that she was suffering from rupture of the what's that? The peritoneum, which had been perforated by some blunt instrument used with great force. Where am I at? The deceased told him that at 1:30 that morning she was passing near Whitechapel Church when she noticed some men coming towards her. She crossed the road to avoid them, but they followed, assaulted her, took all the money she had, and then committed the outrage. She was unable to say what kind of instrument was used, nor could she describe her assailants, except that she said that one was a youth of 19. Death ensued on Wednesday morning, April 4th, through peritontitis set by the injuries. Margaret Hayes, living at the same address as the deceased, disposed to see Miss Smith in company with a man at the corner of Barron Street and Burdett Road. The man was dressed in a dark suit and wore a white silk handkerchief around his neck. He was of a medium height, but witnesses did not think she could identify him. Chief Inspector West, H Division, stated that he had no official information on the subject, was only aware of the case through the daily newspapers. He had questioned the constables on the beat, but none of them appeared to know anything about the matter. The coroner said that from the medical evidence, which must be true, it was clear that the woman had been barbarously murdered. It was impossible to imagine a more brutal and dastardly assault, and he thought the ends of justice would be better met by the jury recording their verdict at once than by adjourning to some future date in the hope of having more evidence brought before them. The jury returned a verdict of willful murder against some person or persons unknown. Police are making every possible inquiry about the case, but up to yesterday, April 8th, had not any clue to the persons who committed the outrage. Oh, we got another one. Yesterday afternoon, August 23rd, Mr. George Caller, the deputy coroner of Southeast Middlesex, resumed the inquiry of the Working Lads Institute, Whitechapel, into the circumstances attending the death of Martha Turner, or Tabram, a hawker, lately living at 4 Star Place, Star Street, Commercial Road, E, who was discovered early on the morning of Tuesday, the 1st inst, lying dead on the first floor landing of some model dwellings known as George Yard Buildings, Commercial Street, Spitalfields. When found, the woman presented a shocking appearance, there being 39 stab wounds on the body, some of them apparently having been inflicted with a bayonet. Alfred George Crow, cab driver, 35. George Yard Buildings deposed that he had got home at 3:30 on Tuesday morning. As he was passing the first floor landing, he saw a body lying on the ground. He took no notice, as he was accustomed to seeing people lying about there. He did not then know whether the person was alive or dead. He got up at 9:30, and when he went down the staircase, the body was not there. Witnesses heard no noise while he was in bed. Police Constable Thomas Barrett, 226H, said that the last witness called his attention to the body of the deceased. He sent for the doctor, who pronounced life extinct. Dr. T.R. Killian of 68 Brick Lane said that he was called to the deceased and found her dead. She had, she was called to the deceased, probably going to be dead. She had 39 stab wounds on the body. She had been dead some 3 hours. Her age was around 36, and the body was very well nourished. Witnesses had since made a post-mortem examination of the body, and the left lung was perforated in 5 places. The right lung was penetrated in 2 places. The heart was penetrated in 1 place, and that would be sufficient to cause death. The liver was penetrated in 5 places. The spleen was penetrated in 2 places. The stomach was penetrated in 6 places. The witness did not talk about the wounds. Think all the wounds were inflicted by the same instrument. The wounds generally might have been inflicted by a knife, but such an instrument would not have inflicted one of the wounds, which went through the chest bone. His opinion was that one of the wounds was inflicted by some kind of dagger, and that all of them were caused during life. Henry Samuel Tabram, 6 River Terrace, Eastwich, husband of the deceased woman, said he last saw her alive about 18 months ago on the Whitechapel Road. They had been separated for 13 years, owing to her drinking habits. She obtained a warrant against him for some part of the time. Witness allowed her 12s a week, but in consequence of her annoyance, she stopped at this allowance of shillings 10 years ago, since which time he had made it half a crown a week, as she found she was living with a man. Henry Turner, a carpenter staying at the Working Men's Club, Commercial Street, Spitalfields, stated that he had been living with a woman, Tabram, as his wife for about 9 years, 2 of the 3 weeks previously to this occurrence, he ceased to do so. He had left her on 3 occasions in consequence of her drinking habits, but they had come together again. He last saw her alive on Saturday, the 4th inst, in Leadenhall Street. He then gave her 1 shilling I guess that's shilling. To, I don't know, D. To get some stock. He then had money. She spent it in drink while living with witness deceased. Usual time for coming home was around 11 o'clock. As far as he knew, she had no regular companion, and he did not know that she walked the streets. As a rule, he was, he said, a man of sober habits, and when the deceased was sober, they usually got on well together. Man, God, this is long. Miss Mary Brucefield, wife of the woodcutter residing at 4-Star Palace, Commercial Road, knew the deceased by the name of Turner. She was formerly a lodger in her house with the man Turner. Deceased would rather have a glass of ale than a cup of tea, but she was not a woman who got continually drunk, and she never brought home any companions with her. She left without giving notice, and owed 2 weeks' rent. Miss Anne Connolly, Pearly Paul Pole, who at the suggestion of Inspector Reed was cautioned in the usual manner before being sworn. Whoops. Well, what's D? Oh. You're saying D is Pence? Well, that makes sense. She knew her name. Witnesses. Wait, hang on. Who was the student? 2 nights living in a lodging house. Witness was a signal woman. She had known the woman Tabram for about 4 or 5 months. She knew about her name of Emma. She last saw her alive on bank holiday night when Witness was with her about 3/4 of an hour, and they separated at 11:45. Witness was with Tabram and 2 soldiers, 1 private and 1 corporal. She did not know what regiment they belonged to, but they had white bands round their caps. After they separated, Tabram went away with private, and Witness accompanied the corporal up by Angel Alley. There was no quarreling between any of them. Witnesses had been to the barracks to identify the soldiers, and the 2 men she picked out were, to the best of their belief, the men she and Tabram were with. The men at the Wellington barracks were paraded before witnesses. One of the men picked out by witness turned out to not be a corporal, but he had stripes on his arm. Inspector Detective Reed made a statement of the efforts made by the police to discover the perpetrator of the murder. Several persons had stated that they saw the deceased woman the previous Sunday with a corporal, but when all the corporals and privates at the Tower and Wellington barracks were paraded before them, they failed to identify the man. The military authorities afforded every facility to the police. Pearly Pole picked out 2 men belonging to the Coldstream Guards at the Wellington barracks. One of those men had 3 good conduct stripes, and he has proved beyond doubt to have been with his wife from 8 o'clock on the Monday night until 6 o'clock the following morning. The other man was also proved to have been in barracks at 5 minutes past 10 on bank holiday night. The police would be pleased if anyone would give them information on having seen anyone with the deceased on the night of bank holiday. The coroner, in summing up, said that the crime was one of the most brutal that had occurred for some years. For a poor, defenseless woman to be outraged and stabbed in the manner which this woman had been was almost beyond belief. They could only come to one conclusion, and that was that the deceased was brutally and cruelly murdered. The jury returned a verdict of a willful murder against some person or persons unknown. Okay.
The information excludes the murder of the first woman, Miss Smith. Jack the Ripper can't be the author of that crime. On the other hand, there are enough similarities to suggest he may be the killer of Martha Tabram. I must go to the pet shop.
Alright. Well, there we go.
I must go to the pet shop.
I don't remember why we're going here.
I must go to the pet shop.
Whoa, it's dark. Look at how dark it is.
Closed until further notice. Abraham isn't there. No luck.
Who's that?
Beep beep.
Good evening.
Oh, good evening, sir.
Do you know why Mr. Solomonovich's shop is closed?
No, I don't. Perhaps his cousin, the cobbler, knows. But I believe the police came to take his animals. I think that might have something to do with it.
When was this?
During the day. The kids you were with the other day were there, they told me. They just came by to ask for some cat's meat. They didn't have any money, but I gave them some anyway. Ah.
Is something wrong?
It's just that there was a little girl with them, the same age as mine. My little girl who went away with her mother, with the angels into the sky.
Dr. Watson told me about your loss. Please accept my condolences. Would you like to talk about it? How did it happen?
The illness, sir. My poor little girl was in agony, and her face and body were ravaged by the disease.
Her face?
Yes, she looked like a ghost.
What illness
was it?
Dr. Gibbons tried to explain when I took my little girl to see him, but I didn't understand. I'm sure that he was trying to insinuate it was my fault. I'm sorry, but I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I understand. Farewell. Let's go and see Dr. Gibbons.
Dr. Gibbons! Where's Dr. Gibbons? He's near here somewhere. Isn't he? Oh yeah, it's right here. The only doctor in town.
Hello, Doctor. Do you remember me? I'm Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Watson's friend.
Oh, yes. Excuse the mess, but I am doing a bit of tidying.
I have come to see you about a Mr. Hardyman, a cat food seller by trade, who recently lost his daughter and wife.
Yes, I know him. A tragic story.
Actually, I was hoping you could tell me about the disease that took his daughter, a disease that would have attacked her face.
Well, to keep it short, we are speaking of syphilis, Mr. Holmes. You must certainly know that it is transmitted through intimate connections and that the vast prostitute population here contributes to its inevitable progression. It destroys individuals by spreading through the body slowly. The most obvious symptoms can be found in the genitalia and on the face in the form of pustules or lesions. Sometimes this illness can destroy whole families. The father catches it from a prostitute, he transmits it to his wife, who in her turn passes it to the kids which she bears or nurses. These cases are numerous in the vicinity. Certain children, and this is the case of the little girl whom I won't name, suffer from an emaciation of the face which will, apart from predicting an imminent death, bring infamy upon the family.
Emaciation of the face?
Yes, what we sometimes call the pox. I will give you a photograph. One cannot be mistaken on the origin of such a face. The eyes seem to be void of lids. The nose is inexistent, as if it was cut off. And the cheeks are chiselled, as if cut with a knife. This loss of facial matter, this emaciation, is, in this area, often the gift from a father to his children.
Can I keep this photograph?
I should destroy it. But if it can remind you that one must sometimes think twice before giving in to physical attraction...
I always seem to find myself alone in such cases. Thank you, Doctor.
Oh! Look at that. The person who had their cheeks cut off and their nose removed, maybe that's why it was done? Or me, I don't know. It's interesting, actually.
Let's go to the cobblers.
Because somebody had their nose removed and their cheeks cut off. Hey, Brave Star.
Mr. Solomonovich.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, how are things with you?
Things could be better.
I heard your cousin Abraham had a problem with his shop. What happened?
Ah, if I didn't know you well, I would tell you that it's Jewish business that doesn't concern anyone but the Jews. But as you have a little bit to do with it, you have the right to know what is going on.
Ah, would I have something to do with it?
Someone had seen Abraham telling you something and making big gestures near the Imperial Club. A vicious rumor quickly spread, and it has caused him great injustice. A slanderous denunciation attracted the authorities' attention to my cousin's shop. Abraham must be in the process of answering their questions.
I did, indeed, speak with your cousin the other night. I'm shocked at the consequences of this discussion.
As I was saying, it's the story of the Jews. In the face of adversity, we are united, but amongst ourselves, it's like anywhere else. As soon as our people take a dislike to someone, for right or wrong, we can be without pity and quite cruel.
This is all very worrying. Your cousin knows one, or rather two, of the men who were at the Imperial Club on the night of the Mitre Square murder. One of the two, a butcher in Aldgate named Joseph, is probably withholding information of the utmost importance. I must find this man. Perhaps you can help me.
But there are dozens of Jewish butchers around Aldgate, half of which must be called Joseph. And you know, Mr. Holmes, we Jews prefer to remain in the background of this murderer business, this Jack the Ripper thing. All of London is pointing their fingers at us saying, it's a Jew who disemboweled these women. Our community is in great peril, you know. There was the business with Lipsky and Leather Apron. I will see what I can do, but I don't promise anything.
I'd be extremely grateful to you.
Later.
Very well. We may meet again, Mr. Solomonovich.
You are most welcome, Mr. Holmes.
I've paced up and down Whitechapel enough. I should return to Baker Street in order to reflect on the new facts that I have discovered.
Back to Baker Street. Da 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 da.
Hello, Holmes.
Good day, Watson.
Listen, Holmes, I know I should have got here sooner to give you a report on my research, but this case has led me to neglect my patients and my wife more than I care to admit. I've been able to sort things out over the last few days, and now I am ready to pursue this investigation.
You don't have to justify yourself, Watson. Whilst I do tolerate you as an observer, and despite your occasional help with more menial tasks, may I remind you that you are by no means an indispensable part of this case.
Oh, you tolerate me as an observer, do you? Oh, you're too much, Holmes. Well, Mr. Detective, despite my absence, I have been working on this case, putting my relationship on the line in the process. And I happen to have a confidential letter that only passed from one lord's hand to another. What it contains is extremely serious and concerns Dr. Tumblety and his collection of uteri.
A heartless shroom.
Let me see that.
Oh good, another letter we get to read. It's only 2 pages though. My lord, be hereby assured that my entire collaboration in the affair to which I must reply, no one will be able to cast what the on our institution or ourselves. Opprobrium on our institution or ourselves. Our eminent colleagues support our politics and they won't cooperate with the police as long as the higher interests that we serve aren't menaced. As you mentioned, we must avoid having to explain to the uncultured masses the exigencies of medical research. A general crisis of confidence will result in inevitable... Man, what the heck is with all the big words? Amalgamation that the press would hasten to create between this and the hideous murders committed in the East End. To this end, I tactfully evoked the rumor that you mentioned in your letter when I met with my colleagues. It turns out that I have grounds, and these are the specifics I was able to obtain. 18 months hence, an American doctor in London did, in fact, contact certain hospitals. His approach was aimed at getting stocks of feminine genitalia, particularly uteri. He was motivated initially by the finalization of his research. And of its publication, the doctor in question wanted to include a uterus specimen freshly conserved in formalin with each of the research dissertations sent to each of the colleagues involved. A large quantity was thus necessary, and this doctor proposed to buy each of the uteri for 20 pounds each. The hospital directors did not pay heed to these demands. Of that I have assured. Between you and I, my lord, who knows what strange consequences would have followed these demands of the American doctor. The rumor of these unusual commissions made the tour of the hospitals in question at the time, and has spread to others since. Simple day laborers employed in our organizations considered that the gain of 20 pounds could justify a theft. Perhaps worse, the identity of the doctor is unknown to me, but based on the recall of one of my colleagues, this man had the most impressive references. But after a little bit of research that I did, I didn't find the existence of any publication with an eventual correlation on this or the other side of the Atlantic. The man left London shortly after his pitch, it would seem. I cannot help but think that he has perhaps returned to London and has found someone who might furnish him with what he is looking for. Ooh.
Excellent. This American could turn out to be of great use to use.
That's right. And that's not all. I did some research and finally found an illness that affects the genitalia and can, in certain cases, cause facial symptoms resembling the mutilations seen on the last victim. It is called, would you believe?
Syphilis and the emaciation that can be seen in affected children. I have known that for days, Watson.
Really?
Listen, now you're already here, Watson, we may as well continue the investigation. Do you remember the map on which we established the area in which our killer lives? I think we should continue our study.
No. I don't wanna.
We must place the murder of Martha Tabram in George Yard on the map.
Oh, it's this map. I was like, there's a map right there.
Well, I discovered the case of another murder before that of Bucks Row. It happened in George Yard. We shall put it on the map in order to see if it corresponds to our area of research. We must place the murder of Martha Tabram in George Yard on the map.
Yep.
That is where Martha Tabram's murder took place. There's no point going there. I already have all the information we need on that matter. You see, this murder took place in the area in which our killer lives, his safe zone. Nonetheless, there are two major differences between the murder of this Martha Tabram and that of Polly Nichols. Firstly, the blows inflicted are not the same.
And the second difference?
It follows on from a doctor's opinion. He claims two weapons might have been used, and if there is one group of people we absolutely must not trust in this business, it's doctors. Don't you agree, Watson?
Watch it, Holmes.
Tabram's murder took place in an area where the murderer, whose cowardice is clear, was able to make a quick getaway, that is to say, near his home. For his second murder, he would have wanted to go further afield, so the police would not link these two cases. And as for the other murders, seeing the ineffectiveness of his last one, he headed in different directions to kill his victims while still staying in the vicinity and without going any further than necessary, and all the while planning his escape. My dear Watson, we now know what this man looks like, in what area he lives, and that he suffered directly or indirectly from syphilis. Let's not forget the anatomical knowledge he must almost certainly possess. Given his lower-class background, a butcher seems very likely. However, it may be the case that the man was a butcher once, but is no longer. He might also have been a medical assistant. Who knows? That's why we need the testimonies of the other Joseph and Dr. Tumblety in order to be certain.
What shall we do, Holmes?
As the police's cooperation is futile and can be ruled out, we have nothing to do but wait. Watson, wait, and hope we see one of these two men before the killer strikes again.
At At last, a long day's work done. How are you doing, Holmes?
Fine, Watson, just fine.
I suppose you still haven't heard any news from Whitechapel?
No, Watson.
It's been almost a month now. Who knows? Our killer may have brought justice upon himself, overcome by remorse and ignominy for his actions.
Not a chance, Watson.
You haven't done anything about the story of a kidney that was sent in the post and reported by the papers. Why not?
The killer left a message on one occasion with the intention of harming. The letter accompanying this package served no purpose other than to give value to its recipient and arouse disgust against its sender. The killer has never done anything for nothing. In order to authenticate the Galston Street message, he left an indisputable piece of evidence. Can we really say as much about this kidney?
I don't know. All I know is that there are letters piling up on your desk. Isn't it time to move on to another case?
Absolutely not, Watson. I think that the other Joseph is reluctant to meet me. The man he saw must certainly have put the fear of God in him, a man well known for his violence and his hatred towards Jews. There can't be any shortage of those in Whitechapel. I have hope yet. As for Dr. Tumblety...
We found him, Mr. Holmes. We found him.
Who's that?
Dr. Bumblebee. He's been locked up by the Bobbies, but they've let him loose. Oi, he was looking round like a rat who's scared of his own shadow. He's gonna do a run at years.
Watson, this is our chance. The game is afoot. Let's hope that Tumblety will go to collect his trunk. As for you, my little friends, thank you for lifting this burden that has been on my shoulders for almost a month.
How convenient. Alright, I guess we're going... I know where we're going. Let's go, Watson! To the Sherlock Mobile! Actually, here. Going. Here.
He is here. The doctor is here, up in his room. Peeking through my door, I saw him go up the stairs, and I think that he has a pistol.
Regarding the trunk, did you do what I told you to?
Yes, I jammed the lock and filled the trunk with stones. Should we call the police?
Absolutely not. Go home, lock your doors, and if you hear a gunshot, shout as loudly as you can. Watson, we must disarm this man at all costs before attempting to confront him. Come, have your pistol at the ready and stay alert.
Well, here we go. You should probably save. Things be getting interesting. Resume.
Don't move a muscle or I shoot.
Who? But what is going on?
Bravo, Watson. I take back everything I ever said about your less than full involvement in our investigations.
Listen, Mr. Policeman. I already told everything to your colleagues at the station, so...
Don't you believe it, sir. We're not with the police. We are here to talk about human organs, an area in which you seem to have a great deal of interest.
What? But who are you?
We are the ones holding the pistol. Listen, Tumblety, tell us everything you know and you will be spared from the noose or a bullet. Have you tried to get hold of any female genitalia from someone during these past months?
So that's it. You English. Listen, as it happens, I do have a collection of female genital organs which I hold dear and never miss the chance to show my friends whatever the occasion. If you knew what I feel when my eyes meet the young men's as they contemplate with astonishment and disgust this soft and flabby skin that they worship and place at the center of all their passions. Women repulse me, gentlemen. They are one of nature's greatest mistakes. Lying, haughty, and most of all, nauseating. No, sirs. Men, mankind, we are not made to soil ourselves with such animals, and it is my task to educate my peers, like the ancient Greeks used to do, and put them on the path to masculine relationships, the only kind worthy of our intelligence.
My God, this man has lost his marbles, Holmes.
You haven't answered my question. Did you attempt to obtain any female organs?
Indeed, but a long time ago. I was living in Liverpool at the time. A few of my specimens were starting to lose their freshness. But despite the sum proposed, the heads of the university hospitals refused to accede to my demands. The fear of what others would say, certainly. I know nothing more similar to an arrogant fowl than an English doctor. Yakety yak, always showing off in the courtyard with their
Watson
haughty
looks
air.
like he's about ready
And
to
as soon
go.
as...
Shut it, Tumblety. So, was it you who killed all of these women? Yes or no?
I regret to say that it was not. If I had really wanted a few more uteri, I would have had them brought in from the United States, where it would cost me much less than here. Or I would have shown a few gold coins in the hallways of a morgue or a hospital in London, and they would have kissed my feet to sell them to me. And not taken the least risk. But kidneys are all the latest, aren't they? I think that I could find one tomorrow for less than £1.
I must not have read that book yet.
In short, gentlemen, I do not know your killer, and I don't know why he's doing that. But if you come across him one day, please send him my friendship and my deepest respect.
You've gone too far this time.
Come, Watson, let's not get carried away now. Thank you for your assistance, Doctor. If I may offer some advice, you should leave England as soon as possible. Each day that you remain in this country is a risk that an intelligent man would not take.
My pistol?
Without that, it will be even more risky.
Can we believe this man, Holmes?
He can't be the murderer, and his story regarding the organs fits. But we can't afford to take the slightest risk. I will ask the Baker Street irregulars to follow him.
Punch him in the back of the head.
Listen, lads, when Tumblety leaves here, follow him discreetly and come and tell me as early as possible tomorrow where he is currently residing. Understood?
Understood, Captain.
Captain. Man, we're just jumping around.
Holmes. What is going on?
I have been waiting for you for at least an hour, Watson. It would appear that a new drama has unfolded. The youngsters came to give me this address, but I have some doubt as to the actual location we are going to. Let's try anyway. At worst, we may come across the Baker Street irregulars to put us in the right direction.
Ooh, look at that. We went between the boards. Wow, impressive transition.
We are lost, Holmes.
No, we're not, Watson. We are heading for the very street I'd hoped for, but as I wasn't sure it was this one, I've made a few big detours in order to find the right one. I'll know it when I see the name.
Why, of course, Holmes. Why didn't I think of that? The great Sherlock Holmes can't...
Get lost? Is that what you're trying to say? Here's some dude. Should we talk to some dude? Oh, I guess we're talking to some dude.
Are you not feeling well?
No.
My friend is a doctor. He can take care of you.
Don't go there. He came here and he...
Now, Watson, take care of him.
Miller's Court. Is that the street he was talking about? Oh. Well. Sherlock is shocked. Sherlock, be shocked!
My God!
What happened?
Can't talk. Wait for the coppers. Are they coming? My eyes are crying.
No.
Go find them too, mister. I'll stay here and keep an eye out. Go!
No, I must await my friend. Ah, here he is.
Watson, are you there? How are you?
Fine, Holmes. And you? What happened?
Hello, sir. Where are we, Watson?
In Whitechapel, Holmes. This must be Dorset Street. You don't seem very well. Do you need something?
Indeed, Watson. Some clay, a great big piece of clay. I would ask for some wine, too, but as you know, I taste nothing but melodrama.
What is over there?
A trip from which you will never return, Watson. Trust me, don't go there.
A trip? Behind this door? In this room?
It's not strictly a door, it's more of a portal, a threshold, and what lies behind it is not the mortal realm, Watson. It is a place beyond time and space, the gift of a frantic artist who made use of his talent in order to grant us access to his world, Watson. Beyond that threshold is an abyss. Hell. The police won't take long to arrive, and the last thing I want is to waste precious time on them. Could you lead me out of this area and take me home?
This is weird. I guess we're going home, huh?
You should come and eat, Holmes. Mrs. Hudson has worked wonders. The joint has been cooked medium rare. If only you would tell me what was in the courtyard.
The answer, Watson.
The answer, Holmes?
Yes, the answer to a question that you asked me a few weeks ago.
How the devil can the answer to a question I asked you be found in that courtyard? And what question are you referring to, Holmes?
How our killer set about reaching the height of horror by taking another victim, Watson. Did I not tell you that I wanted to avoid melodrama?
Do you mean to say that...
Yes, that's what was in that room. You helped towards the colour. All that's missing is the odour, but I shall let that pass. The mutilations almost all resulted in large removals of flesh. My photographic memory noted them all in great detail, the shape, size and location, and thanks to the softness of this clay and your medical knowledge, I believe we can attempt to determine what is missing from this lady.
Don't you think we should wait for the medical examiner's opinion?
Surely not, Watson. This massacre has gone on long enough. I can assure you that I will do everything in my power to get our hands on Jack the Ripper before this night is out.
Okay, I guess we look at this.
Watson, we shall reconstruct the body of this poor woman and inspect it in detail as well. Your help as a medical man will be invaluable.
Holmes, I feel a bit unwell.
Well, I understand. I will manage on my own. Her throat was slit just like the others. The wound is particularly deep.
Yeah, this is, yeah, it kind of does. Watson's like, what the hell, man? Wait, what are we doing? Oh, we're taking the tweezers. Intestines go into the intestine slot.
There were incisions in the rib cage, as if to inspect the lungs.
Uterus goes into the uterus slot. Kidney. Wait, is that a kidney? Kidney goes in the kidney hole. Heart. Wait, is that not a heart? Pick it up! Pick it up! Oh my god. Oh, that's a spleen. You know, I don't know what a spleen looks like. What's this? Oh, it is a kidney. Here's a liver.
The liver was neatly removed.
Liver goes there, apparently.
An organ is missing, apparently. I must specify which organ this is on my list.
I love how I have to click the heart box.
There we are, Watson. We have examined everything. The heart is the only thing missing. 2 uteri, a kidney, and now a heart. He had all the time he wanted in which to disfigure her, cut her up like a piece of meat, and yet took nothing but the heart. What do you think of that, Watson? Watson?
Be puking.
I dread to think how you'd react if you saw a corpse. I'm returning to Whitechapel, Watson, to Isaac's. If the heart tells you to come with me, if the heart tells you a little wordplay there. Let's go to the cobbler's.
Yeah, I guess we're going back to the cobblers. This game just like, I don't even know what happened. Like, suddenly we're barely playing the game.
Let's go to the cobbler's.
Beep, beep. Evening, Mr. Holmes.
Good evening, Hardyman. Has Abraham Solomnovich still not reopened his shop?
No, not that I know of.
Have you heard anything about the latest murder?
Certainly there is talk of nothing else. Poor girl. I hope they catch the bastard who did it.
Who do you think that could be?
A madman, that's for sure. Everyone in the area is pinning it on a Jew. But I don't believe that for a second.
Why?
Because Jews don't like blood, you see. They're not allowed to eat it, and they have to drain the meat before cooking it. It's true that they eat animals, but they are fanatical about all kinds of silly things. I don't know much about their rituals and all, but I know that a Jewish butcher can't just do whatever he pleases with his knife. He has strict kosher rules to follow.
You seem to be very well informed.
Well, I buy my meat from them too. My clients don't care whether the meat comes from Jews or not. Cats eat it regardless. And let me tell you, I'd go as far as to say that I may even have more faith in a Jew, because even if they don't eat all the offals, a Jew inspects them to see if the animal was in good health. Lungs, for the most part, and as they make up most of my cat's meat, you can see the connection, right?
The dude who's obviously Jack the Ripper is somehow innocent, plus this doesn't fit with Watson because he's dissected cadavers before. I mean, that's true. He's a doctor.
Jews are allowed to eat offals?
Yes. They eat calves' kidneys, I think.
How big is that? A calf's kidney?
Ah, well, that depends if it's fresh or if it's been marinated in brine or cooked.
When fresh, are they as big as a human kidney?
They would be, yes.
You know, Mr. Hardyman, it's lucky for both of us that the murder that took place in your mother's courtyard was only the Whitechapel killer's third. Had it been the first, I wouldn't be thanking you, as I'm doing now, for all of this important information. Goodbye and take care.
If you say so. Right, farewell, Mr. Holmes.
Let's go to the cobbler's.
We're at the cobbler's. We already went there. It was closed. Oh. Oh, he's still there. Okay. Who do you think was obviously Jack the Ripper? Was it the beep beep guy? I don't think it's the beep beep guy. Watson.
Good evening, Mr. Solomnovich.
Oh, the gross
Evening,
doctor.
Mr. Holmes.
That makes sense.
If you've come about the business of my cousin, I hate to say...
Yeah, the American doctor guy. True. I think that's what we're supposed to think.
Before you respond to my request, I must ask you to answer this question of the utmost importance. What offals are Jews allowed to eat?
Well, the same as you.
Kidney, heart, liver?
Yes.
How are they prepared?
Kidneys are boiled, heart is often finely sliced and cooked on a skewer, and liver is always grilled.
These offals, do they come from cattle?
Yes, beef or veal.
And eating non-kosher food would be a grave affair for a Jew, isn't that right?
Yes, it would be very serious. But what are you getting at?
If I were to tell you what I'm thinking, Mr. Solomnovich, you would pull out your own eardrums to not hear the end of my sentence. It goes against the beliefs of hundreds of members of your community, and for some, perhaps even worse. I will ask you one last time before involving the authorities, who I assure you will be far less discreet than myself. Do you know who the second Joseph is, the Aldgate butcher, who your cousin knows from the Imperial Club?
His name is Joseph Hyam Levy, but I don't know where he lives. I know nothing about him, other than he's a member of the Imperial Club on Duke Street.
That street is after Church Passage, coming from Mitre Square. Am I right?
That's it.
Thank you. You have been an enormous help to both of us. Now, listen carefully. I need you to find 4 or 5 strong men among the members of your family who you trust wholeheartedly, and to wait here with them until my arrival, or you receive a message from me. Is that clear?
But if you will tell me...
Later, Mr. Solomonovich. Later.
Later!
Let's go to the Imperial Club.
Where's that at? I don't think it's here. I think it's like here.
Ah, there's the Imperial Club. Let's see if I can find Joseph Hyam Levy. Hello, sir.
Hello. Can I help you, sir?
Indeed. I have an urgent message for Mr. Joseph Levy, the Aldgate butcher.
I regret, sir, but Mr. Levy is not at the club at present. You can wait for him if you wish.
I thank you. Do you know where I can find him? His home address, perhaps? It is a very urgent matter.
I am sorry, sir, but we do not give out information regarding the club members to people outside the group.
I understand. I must find a way to enter the Imperial Club without having to go through the entrance hall.
How to become citizen in the process of open eating with these cloud with okay. Is that my inn?
Judging by the sound of voices and applause, there is a meeting going on at this...
Pardon me, sir, but the club is only open to members.
I must find a way to enter the Imperial Club without having to go through the entrance hall.
Oh, what's this?
A note encouraging members of the Jewish community to remain prudent and vigilant after rumors about the Whitechapel murders.
Alrighty, what's that?
This may come in handy.
Did I get a broken hanger? Oh no, am I gonna have to do that stupid lock picking thing again? I sure hope not. That would suck diddly yuck. Okay, I'm guessing there's probably a side entrance.
Nothing of interest here.
Or not. Or not. Oh, look at this.
Cole, it's a service door and firmly locked. There must be a stockroom in the cellar beneath this room. There is a cellar window behind this barrel, which is preventing me from passing. If I can just get into the coal cellar, I shall be in the place.
Move it?
This barrel is on a wooden pallet, but it is too heavy to be moved. I will need a pivot. I will need a pivot. I will need a pivot.
He needs a pivot. Well, we can go in here. I don't think we were in here during the day.
No reason to go that way.
We weren't in here during the day. I don't think I need to go this way either. Oh,
I have no reason to go that way.
I don't see any sort of thing I can use here. Wait, there's a board. I can take this board. No. Nope. No.
I have no reason to go that way.
No. We need a pivot. Oh, here we go. We got a different board. All right. Works for me.
There we are. My pivot is in place. Now, let's find something to tip over this barrel.
Okay. Another board.
I should be able to make it tip over.
Wow. Wow, that was like amazing.
The cellar window is locked from the inside by a simple iron hook.
Oh look, I'm gonna have to do
Let's
the.
go.
I'm gonna have to do the stupid.
Good. Let's
oh
try
no,
to
I
find the
didn't have to
exit
do
that
it.
leads to the club.
I didn't have to do the stupid lockpick game again, which is the dumbest thing ever. I mean, it was bad. If you didn't see it, it was really bad.
This may come in handy.
It's a key.
Closed. Closed.
That noise. Hey, the door just closed itself.
Empty tin cans.
The heck?
No, that's not such a good idea. There's a meeting taking place. Administration. Perfect. This must be where the information on club members is kept. Let's hope that it really is the key to this door. Administration. Perfect. This must be where the information on club members is kept. This must be the club's safe. What I'm looking for is probably inside. I need something. A page from an old Yiddish-English dictionary. Court's proceedings. Curious.
Jacob Levy, there we go, stealing 14 pounds of meat. Samuel Bacon. Levy came out of his shop and went to Mr. Sam's shop where he had a conversation with Mr. Phyllis. He came back in about a minute. And went into his own shop where I saw Mr. Wolf, who had brought a piece of meat from the back of the shop to the door and hung it on the hook just inside the door, and then came out of the footway, looked around, took the meat off the block, and took it quickly in the Lewis store and gave it to Lewis. He then returned this. I ran into Levy's shop, caught hold of him with the meat in his hand, and asked what he was going to do with it. And he said, "We are only having a lark. I am going to weigh it." I said, I did not believe it. I should take him to, he did it. I found, okay, where he repeated he was only a lark. I found 32 pounds. 10 shillings, and I guess 9 pence in his pocket. The meat was 14 pounds of beef. I had been watching since 5:15. It's perfectly light outside at 6:15, but not inside Levy's shop. There had been no gas. There being no gas. Truck stand by Mr. Black. I was in the same building. What does this have to do with anything? I have found evidence to corroborate. I went in and saw Phillips and Wolf and told him that it was, it's probably one of these people that he saw then. For stealing a piece of beef, Phillips said, "I know nothing about it. I came from the back of the shop." Wolf said, "I know nothing about it." I took them to the station. I did not go into Levy's shop, nor did I see in, as the shutters were up. There had been a quantity of meat in the What's the same pills? Flip the shop. Phillips not guilty. Wolf guilty. Recommended to mercy by the jury. 4 months hard labor. Levy guilty of receiving 12 months hard labor. Okay.
Some square metal tokens. Curious. There is a document.
Sir, I wanted to let you know that if your club needed kosher meat when you have any special functions, I would be available to furnish it for you. Guaranteed by a compliment. I will be delivered directly to your society at a time that is convenient. Reasonable prices. Do not hesitate to call upon my services.
There must have been litigation between Joseph Hyam Levy and Jacob Levy.
Oh, Jacob Levy. Oh, I see. I'm okay. That makes a little more sense. They're not the same people.
I need something. This must be the club's safe. What I'm looking for is probably inside. The lock on this chest is very sophisticated. Let's see.
Okay.
No, that's not it.
Well, don't know how we're gonna figure this one out. Maybe we just need tiles that match or something. I don't know. Maybe it's simpler than it looks. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break. Remember, when you make safes, don't make them puzzles. Remember, don't make your safes puzzles. It's a bad idea. Because then Sherlock Holmes can come into your house and open them. Making combinations, not puzzles. You know how many of these games, like, would have just not happened if they would have made their safes actual, like, legitimate safes instead of these complicated puzzles? Anyway. I'm gonna be back. And apparently Regulus is gonna be back too. Also, you can enter the taco token drawing by typing exclamation point out of tacos, all one word in the chat. BRB.
have to speak up. I'm wearing a towel.
Whoops. I think this is a puzzle where we just need to match up the edges with the symbol. And I said I think the peach rings have already helped make my brain function at a higher level. So we can't rotate them. So this one's on, well, let's start the timer. This one's on the side, and I don't see any that would match up. So that means I think this one has to be in one of these spaces. I'm guessing peach rings. I'm guessing it's in one of these two spaces because we have a match for these. Let's consider that. That. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work either. So that doesn't seem to work. So that being the case, we could have this here. Put that there. Put that there, which does work. We're currently at a point of working, which will put this here, this here. Nope, that can't go there. We don't have any matches there. Man, I feel like we're so close here. Wait, wasn't I thought there was another? Oh, it's up there. Well, but okay. Let's try this differently then. Let's put this here. Actually, let's put this here. Let's try this here. Let's try this one here. Oh wait, yeah, that's the right one. Oh wait, we do have one for that. I thought we didn't. I think I meant to put this one here. That. I think this is correct. I think this is the correct solution. The only thing that can go here is that. The only thing that can go here is that. So currently we're doing okay. This would go here, since we can't. Oh wait, we can match that up. Never mind. Oh, but it. Okay, that would go here. Nope, nope, that can't be. That goes there. This goes here. Okay, this goes here. Oh, but then that doesn't match. Oh, man. Dang it. Oh, wait. No. Dang it. Dang it. Ah. So close. So close. So close. Put that there. So close. Look at how close that is. We don't have any on the bottom, so this piece has to be on top. Let me put this here. Nope, that doesn't work either. That doesn't work.
No, that's not it.
Well, obviously it's not. I guess we haven't tried pulling the thing yet. It can't be that. There's nothing on the bottom. Am I just wrong about how I'm supposed to do this? I can't flip these. I can't flip them. So, and we're pretty sure this one assuming I'm doing this correct, this one has to be on the side because we don't have any matches. So this one has to be over here.
That's a dilly of a pickle.
It could be, I guess it could be in any of these 3 sections. Let's try it here. No, the P, oh, there's a P here. And that would go there, because that's the only one. Alright. That can't be right. This can't be right. So, there's only, wait, this is the only one with the P, the thing on top, so that has to go there. Yeah, so that can't be correct. There are no other ones. So this has to be, I feel like these have to be on this side, like that. Oh, it still doesn't work.
No, that's not it.
But we're so close, Sherlock.
No.
Wait. No, that doesn't work either. I mean... Wait. Man, that's even closer! Ah!
No, that's not it.
The only one wrong is this one right here. That's it. It's the only one that's incorrect. I think on this whole thing. Man. Poop. There's no way to match it up, though. There is no way. Is this puzzle impossible right now? Do we maybe... You know, maybe we need more tiles. You'll notice there's empty slots here.
This game is jank.
There's one empty slot. I'll bet you we need to find another tile. I'll bet you that's the issue we're having right now, is we need to find another tile. You think?
Closed.
I don't have the key anymore.
No, that's not a good idea. The watchman is still there. I must find a way to get him to leave his post. The kitchen. It's closed, and besides, I won't find what I'm looking for in there.
I could be wrong. I suppose. That's where he came in.
Closed.
Closed! Oh, man. Maybe you should have a puzzle save? I mean, the only reason to have a puzzle
the
save
lock on this chest is
if you want people to be able to get into it. But then what's the point of having to save, right? As I said, this one has to be over here somewhere. Look at that, look at how close we are. We're like so close. We're again off by 1. Let's pull the thing anyway.
No, that's not it.
I feel like maybe we just don't have the right tiles. That's my personal feeling, is we need one additional tile. That's why there's an empty slot. Regulus, I don't know why, but I can't be comfortable with you there. I have a leg cramp. So it's just not working. My leg is jank. Exactly. My leg is jank right now. That's what I was trying to say.
No, that's not it.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there isn't another one, because I can't find it anywhere. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. Maybe I'm just bad. Nope, this can't be at the bottom. Or this can't be in the middle. There's none to match it, so it has to be on top. So let's move all these up 1 notch. I did it! I did it!
Elementary.
I did it! It did work! Bam!
These documents contain some words in Yiddish, which reads from right to left.
We know power of Zet enables us to count everything in the words seen and unseen. Thus, we know that Lester counts as 439, and he is blessed because 439 is also which means the man of God. Dear Joseph, I did the counting of names for our club members, which is as follows: Mr. Mr. Bass is 403. B2, A1, H 400. Mr. Hammer is 356. Mr. Sincerely Yours. Okay, so we're looking for Levy. What if 2 people have the same names? Wait. Confused. Am I supposed to, like... Oh, okay. I see what I'm doing. I finally see what I'm doing. We're using our smartness to figure out what all to do these probably meaningless, incorrect translations.
I am so smart. I am so smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-T.
I don't know. M is 40. That. So that's M. Okay, so M goes there. Okay. AI is 70. Well, I don't think any of those are going to be part of the thing. So R is 200. Mural. M-U-R-E-L. Oh, we already got him. Wait. Wait, what? Oh, MU must be a number. You know, R is that. So yeah, MU is apparently 300. E. I don't have an E. Yeah, guess who's back? That's right, it's Regulus. Wait, I'm confused now. I'm more confused than I've ever been. A, but Lester does. What? Lester doesn't have an A in it. Oh, I get it. Oh, we have to. Oh, it's not necessarily the characters in the name. It's the character. It's the characters it's these characters in the name of these characters. Okay, I get it now. So I feel like maybe we have information on that. Do we have information on that? Do we have to look on the internet again? Oh, it helps so much. Regulus is looking at the mouse pointer, moving across the screen. Whoa! Look at it go, Regulus. Look at it go. Wow. It's funny. Okay, I don't have a book on this. I don't have a book on this, so I don't think I can leave either.
These documents contain some words in Yiddish, which reads from right to left.
Oh, which reads from right to left. Oh. Okay. Oh! Okay. It reads from right to left. Okay. I didn't catch that. I did not catch that. So we have this is an M. This is an E. This is an E. Nope, that's wrong. Oh, I didn't realize it would tell you if you were wrong. Oh no, it's a U. Maybe it's a U? It is a U. Okay. It actually tells me if I'm right or not. Well, that's nice. That's an R, we know that. Okay, I'm guessing this is an L, maybe? Yep. The other one is what? Do we see that symbol anywhere? Yeah. An E, maybe?
Excellent. Now, on to the next step.
Born in Aldgate, 1841. Membership, April 14th, 18... There's his address. Middlesex Street. Aldgate. Profession, self-employed butcher.
Here we are. I have the address of this Joseph Chaim Levy, 36 Middlesex Street. Now, let's try to get out of here without being seen.
Think we're gonna succeed?
This may come in handy.
That's a yoink. We just stole a candle. Save.
Yoink!
I mean... this seems pretty straight. Getting out seems pretty straightforward.
Blast! My exit has been sealed off. The barrel was replaced. I'll have to find another way.
Blast! Blast it all.
I can't get out through the window. It's blocked and appears to be reinforced. I'll have to find another way out.
Whoops. Oh. I mean, that's kind of what I meant to do. I think we're gonna set something on fire. Seems fairly obvious.
The kitchen. It's closed, and besides, I won't find what I'm looking for in there. No, that's not a good idea. The watchman is still there. I must find a way to get him to leave his post.
I was gonna set something on fire.
No, that's not such a good idea. There's a meeting taking place. The kitchen. It's closed, and besides, I won't find what I'm looking for in there.
All right.
Closed. I can't get out through the window. It's blocked and appears to be reinforced. I'll have to find another way out.
Well, now we have a rope, too. Oh. And a hook. Seems like we want to connect those two together, or not. Or not.
Closed. Closed. Closed.
Closed. You're closed.
I can't get out through the window. It's blocked and appears to be reinforced. I'll have to...
Why is the window... Oh, I guess I can kind of understand that.
No, that's not a good idea. No, that's not a good idea. The watchman is still there. I must find a way to get him to leave his post. No, that's not a good idea. The watchman is still there. I must find a way to get him to leave his post. No, that's not such a good idea. There's a meeting taking...
Well, kind of at a loss here. We're not gonna be out of here before the meeting ends, at this rate. I mean, I feel like I could work this. I'm still surprised I can't join these two items together. Alrighty.
Blast! My exit has... Blast! My exit has... Blast! My exit has been sealed off.
That'd be a no to that. All my attempts at that. Okay, well, what else can we do? Oh, wait, we got something here. We got stuff here. Oh, I see.
I need something.
We are going to make a distraction. I believe. I think I know exactly what we're going to do now. I don't know why we can't do it with what we have, but...
I need something. 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 I need something.
He needs something.
I need something.
But what is that something that he needs, huh? Like, we're gonna make a distraction. I know what we're gonna do. I just don't know how to do it. I think we're gonna...
something.
I think we're going to, like... I think we're going to use a candle to make the thing, and then it'll make cans fall down. That's what I think is going to happen, and it'll make a racket.
I can't get out through the window. It's blocked and appears to be reinforced.
And then he'll come into the room, and then we'll go... leave. But, unfortunately...
Closed. Closed. Closed.
Unfortunately, it's not making this easy on me, and I don't know why. What do I need? What do I need? What do I need?
I need something. I need something. I need something.
Maybe I can... Finding items is hard. Oh wait, now there's a... Now suddenly I can take this. Okay. Sure. Couldn't take it before, but now I can.
I need something.
Yeah, okay. Well, there's the thing that's gonna cause the racket.
I need something. I need something.
Do we need now? This is starting to become moon logic. Like, come on, game. It's starting to become just hidden object, like a hidden object nightmare.
I need something. I need something.
What do you need now, dude? Just tie the thing to the rope, put it on the counter or whatever. I don't know, and do the thing. You're smarter than this, Sherlock. You're smarter than this. You're much smarter than this.
Getting upset.
Jeez. Maybe wrap it around here.
Closed.
No. We still have the thing. So where is there any? Oh, we can put it around the door handle, maybe. No. Okay.
The kitchen. It's closed.
Oh, this video game
I don't find what I'm looking for in there.
I'm getting annoyed. It wasn't obvious. That I know what I need to do, but I don't know how to do it. That's what's annoying me, is I know what I need to do.
Can't get out through the window. It's blocked and appears to be reinforced. I'll have to find another way out.
Alright. We're gonna figure it out. I'm tired of this. I've looked up I've looked at everything, and it's gonna be stupid, and I know it will be. It's gonna be dumb. I've done everything, and then let's see. Clothesline, bucket, tin cans, candlestick. That's what I need. Okay, I got everything I need. Is that what I need? Is that what I need to do? No, that didn't work. Oh, shoot. I didn't even look up there.
I need something. I need something.
I forgot to look up. I did this thing where I didn't look up. Okay. Whoops. And after that, it's elementary. Whoops.
Now let's quickly hide in administration.
I like how he shut the door behind him like an idiot.
Let's visit Joseph Levy at 36 Middlesex Street.
All right.
Here I am in Middlesex Street. Let's find number 36.
Well, they're nice and labeled.
Hello, sir. What do you want?
Hello, Ma'am. I would like to speak with Mr. Levy. Do you know if he's in?
I am Mrs. Levy, his wife. He's not arrived yet.
Do you know when he'll be in?
Oh, no idea. You know, he works at the butcher's and helps at the slaughterhouse. It often happens that he doesn't come in until early morning and then leaves right away.
Well, listen. As soon as your husband Joseph returns, tell him that...
My husband isn't called Joseph.
You aren't the wife of Joseph Hyam Levy?
No, of course not. I'm the wife of Jacob Levy. Mr. Hyam Levy used to live here with his parents, but he moved.
Mommy, who is the man that you are talking to?
But this poor child has syphilis. He carries the mark on his face.
Leave us, children. Go back inside with your brothers and sisters.
Yes, Mother.
As I was saying, Mr. Hyam Levy doesn't live here. He works in a butcher's near Aldgate, but I don't know exactly where. But if you find him, he will surely live next door. Butchers always live near their work.
Could you possibly give him a message on my behalf?
I don't see him often, and, well, even though we know him, we aren't on friendly terms, you see?
Is he bothering you, Mommy?
No, Simon, not at all.
That's a handsome boy you have. It's strange that he has light hair.
He takes after his father. Strong, with light hair.
Wait, he sounds familiar to me. A man of about 50 years old, very big, at least 6 feet tall, and left-handed, correct?
You are mistaken yet again. My husband is only 32 years old, no taller than 5'3", and he's right-handed.
Obviously, there are many Levys in the area. I will leave you, and I pray that you'll excuse the disturbance. Perhaps we will have the pleasure of meeting again. Farewell, Ma'am.
Goodbye, sir.
I hate to say it, but that matches who we're looking for. What? There he is!
Daddy!
I must return to Baker Street. Let's go to Baker Street.
There he is! He was right there! What the heck, dude? Sherlock Holmes, are you that non-observant, or is that what you were going for?
Well, Watson, not looking so good.
Whose fault is that, Holmes? If you hadn't shown me your masterpiece in clay...
Some actions have much larger repercussions than would be assumed at first glance. Listen, Watson, in a few minutes I will leave Baker Street in order to meet Jack the Ripper and put an end to his crimes. Beforehand, I want to go over all our discoveries to assure myself that everything is clear.
Jack the Ripper? You know the identity of Jack the Ripper?
Without a shadow of a doubt, Watson, and I assure you that we are in possession of all the elements required to determine who Jack the Ripper is. Would you like to do this work with me?
Dan, what are we doing?
Well, we are still missing certain information in order to finish this investigation, Watson.
Piece of apron was found near the message accusing Whitechapel killer left the message accusing has a score to settle with the Jewish community. Wants to give his last visit the appearance of syphilis. Wants to compare him to the terminal illness. Alright. Oh, we got more? Oh, we got more. We got more. Well, what's this? Murder scene. The murderer searched. The murderer searched. Nah, that's a ritual. No, apparently it's looking for money or objects of value. Oh, so he's actually robbing them. Jack the Ripper is right-handed. Oh, look at all this stuff. Wow. We're just this is us finishing all of the investigation. Also, the game is annoyingly scrolling the screen, so I can't see what you all are saying, so I just fixed it. Many of the organs were detached, the lungs were subject to incisions, the liver and lungs underwent small incisions. You know. Wanted to verify the health of his victims? Okay. I don't know if I get that one. Kidney and uterus were removed. Same way as the other murders. Remove the organs when he could. Alright, this is a lot of stuff. The same butcher's knife was used in the crimes against all of these people. The knife blade was thin. The murderer knew anatomy. The murderer opened the abdomen like that of an animal. The murderer has knowledge of anatomy. The killer is or was a butcher. Okay. And our last deduction. We kind of already deduced that. Jack the Ripper diverted the attentions of his victims before killing them, and then all these tie to partially strangled, took place on the premises, unfeeling and organized. Whitechapel Killer proceeded in the same way. It's the same man who killed P. Nicholas and Chapman. The same man who killed Elstride and Killer's a strong man. He possesses great physical force.
Perfect, Watson.
There you go.
Let's determine who Jack the Ripper is, Watson.
Oh my god. More of these. All these boards and stuff. We already know.
Yes, we have 5 suspects. Let's add the elements that correspond to each of them.
I think he was, or he was. No. 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 Yes. Yes. I mean, he's not a butcher, I guess. Oh, he was a butcher. Okay, yeah. I think he has a score. He doesn't have a score to settle, so take that one off. No. I'm just checking. He doesn't have a score to settle. He possesses great physical force. Oh, there's more. Oh, there's more. Oh, there's more. Holy cow, there is more. He's the only one with light colored hair and a mustache. I mean, technically he kind of does. He has a mustache and a beard. I don't know how tall any of these people are, so like I, wait, we've already done those. Oh, these. We must have more to put on the board. We have to. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this yet again. Like, 4. Let me just make sure I've got all the ones for him. Workman's clothes, yes. 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 Right-handed, yes. Yes. 4. Okay, I got all of these for him. So, not sure where else we need to go here. Why are you going down when I'm hitting? Why are you going not the way I'm telling you to go? Oh, well, I guess he was 4 too. Okay. I feel like I have them all. I feel like I have them all. Does anybody here have them? I don't think so. What am I missing? What am I missing? Which one do I not have right? Oh, this is so frustrating. This whole game just is frustrating. Like, all of this. Okay. It's weird how this only has confront. Okay. He should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. This guy should have... Okay, I'm missing one for this guy. Oh, he has a... He does? He has a score to settle? Really? What kind of score does he have to settle? Why does he have a score? How does he have a score to settle? He was the pet shop owner. Because somebody ratted him out? Is that why?
And there you go, Watson. Jacob Levy, Jack the Ripper.
Fantastic, Holmes. And terrifying. But some aspects of this case are still unclear, at least for me.
For example, Watson?
Why does the man only kill prostitutes?
The man kills prostitutes because he blames them for the misery of his life. He must have frequented them assiduously, and during these nocturnal visits, he contracted syphilis, which he passed on to his spouse, and via her, at least one of his children. He is an angry man in despair following a mistake that cannot be fixed.
Why does he only kill such miserable prostitutes?
He never had the means to afford prostitutes of higher standing than Nichols, Chapman and the others. At one point in his life he was forced to steal to make ends meet. This indiscretion cost him dearly. He was imprisoned and exiled from his community. He had frequented low-class prostitutes, thus it was they who infected him and they who must pay.
But why did he remove the organs?
To take vengeance on his own community, which rejected him and had more success than he. He is a man who bore the burden of a sinister reputation, that of a thief and a madman, because of his internment. So he took his vengeance in the most cowardly and horrific manner imaginable. He rubbed his knife on the uterus of a sick prostitute before using it. He passed Edow's kidney off as a veal kidney.
Why did he disfigure the faces of the last two victims?
Revenge yet again, Watson. This is what you did to my child. You will suffer the same fate.
And the piece of apron and the message at Goulston Street?
The only reason to have placed the piece of apron incriminating the message and attracting attention towards himself is that the people that Levy holds responsible for his arrest live in this building. The butcher's where he committed the theft is found in Goulston Street, and the majority of the butchers who denounced him surely live close to their workplaces.
But finally, Holmes, why didn't his wife or anyone else notice anything?
His wife has many children and must be very busy. The man is a butcher, which must facilitate things when one is questioned by the police in the street and must justify the bloodstains on oneself. Furthermore, butchers often work during the night as the meat must be sold fresh each morning. His nocturnal absences were easily justifiable. Finally, he works in the butchers or slaughterhouses. Nothing could be more simple than slipping a kidney in here and using a knife oiled with human blood there.
This story is frightful, Holmes.
Indeed, Watson. Lies, infidelity, venereal disease, murder, mutilation, and finally cannibalism. A complete anthology of what humans at their most vile are capable.
Let's go at once to Whitechapel and put this madman where he can do no more harm, Holmes.
Let's, Watson.
Let's, Watson. All right.
I do believe we are not alone. I hope these men won't prevent us from passing.
Me? No. But you, yes, Watson. Your journey ends here tonight.
Pardon?
You're sometimes a little hot-headed, and moreover, Mr. Solomonovich has a few things to tell you. I won't be long.
You can come in, Mr. Holmes. He's waiting for you inside. Everything was organized according to your instructions. I don't know how to thank you.
Later. Dr. Watson is awaiting an explanation from you.
Hey, Lars. Oh, we're gonna sit in a room. What is happening? We're talking and nothing's happening. Oh no. Was that intended? This feels intended.
This game is jankified.
Is it janking or what?
I have a feeling some bad stuff is about to go down.
You have a feeling this game is the bad stuff? Turns out he's secretly a mime. Who would have thought? I didn't know that. Yes, this is the same company that made Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. Like, they made it 2 games after this. Yeah, they did get better. They also made The Sinking City. I thought out of all the games of theirs we played, Crimes and Punishments was the best one. Okay, and then we're back here. Alright.
Hello, Watson.
Holmes, have you the slightest idea what you are doing?
I think so, Watson.
Leaving this bloodthirsty pervert at liberty and hiding his existence from the London police? What folly!
Certainly, the police will never find their man, but with so many men deployed, this affair will indirectly have a benevolent effect on the crime in the vicinity.
But Holmes, wait! Justice hasn't been served, and we are accomplices to the fact.
Justice? But I don't serve justice, Watson. I serve truth. And incidentally, I serve my country, and I don't think that I have ever served it better than today. Imagine if after months of terror and a murder as abominable as that of Miller's Court, we deliver to the English people a man of the Jewish faith, a journeyman and head of family as the guilty party. A man who forced members of his own people to eat human flesh. All of this contained tension would have exploded in a myriad of anti-Semitic acts which would have thrown Whitechapel into a rage of fire and blood. And this man's family, who are completely innocent and have suffered more than their lot, would have been the first in the line of sight. Should we condemn an entire people to shame and promise them 1,000 wounds because one of their members committed an unmentionable crime? Neither I nor you have the right to do so. Jacob Levy, Jack the Ripper, is now in the hands of his own people. I have complete faith in Mr. Solonovich and the members of his community who, I remind you, courageously helped us. They took great risks and acted with the most salutary discretion. And, oh yes, it is understood that you cannot chronicle this investigation. It would be best to invent a story that takes us far from London during the somber period, in pursuit of, let's see, something challenging. A ghostly dog that glows in the night.
Don't be ridiculous, Holmes. But what will happen now? The police will endure a serious setback and a real loss of credibility. And this This man?
Well, a few months after the murders have ceased, the police commission, finding themselves at an impasse, will come up with a story to tell, and everyone will vow that they know the secret identity of the killer without having the right to reveal it. As for Jacob Levy, Jack the Ripper, he will be imprisoned by his own people. He will pace like a lion in its cage until the end of his days, haunted by his crimes and his insatiable vengeance, until finally the disease which drove him to kill those poor women will finish its work and make him its final victim.
Okay. Like, they were trying to do something here.
Boo earns. Boo earns.
And that's the end of the game.
Fucking thing sucks!
Okay. See, now I have to look it up. This game uses a combination of a historically attested and embellished evidence to propose his candidacy. Okay. Did he do it? We will never know. We will never know. I would give this game a... That's what I give the game. But luckily, it doesn't... They learned and they got better, and Crimes and Punishments was pretty darn good. And they have other ones too. Like they have other Sherlock Holmes games after this one, and I think they have some before this one, which, oof, I think they do. Anyway, can I? Yeah, we can quit this credits.
That's forever.
Yeah, it was, I mean, they tried. You could kind of see how they evolved from this game to the Crimes and Punishments and stuff like that. The layout of Sherlock's house is pretty much exactly the same in Crimes and Punishments, and you didn't do as much board stuff on the board. You had your little things where you link stuff together and made deductions and stuff like that, which they also did in the Sinking City, and I hated it in the Sinking City. But I liked it in Sherlock Holmes. I liked it in that game, but I didn't really like it in the Sinking City as much. Anyway, we're done. Let's vote. Oh man, look at that. We got King's Quest, The Silver Lining, which I guess is unfinished. I guess they haven't technically finished King's Quest, The Silver Lining. I guess there's like still an episode that hasn't been finished. And then there's The Witch's House. MV. I don't know what MV stands for. I mean, if it's Roman numerals, it's 1005. And we also have some other games. I don't think we've played a game from this year yet. Have we? Have we played any games from 2024? Like, we're halfway through the year. Maybe we have. I don't know. I haven't been keeping track of the year. Yeah, I know. I know it does. I have been supporting it via Patreon. Well, supporting the author of it for a while. So, I'm looking forward to it coming out. I don't know if I will be getting a free copy of it or not. But if I will, it's going to end up in the incentive queue. If I don't, then somebody will have to add it. We played the demo also. It does. It looks it looks amazing. I really do want to play it. No, that's pretty much all her. I think she's done pretty much everything in the game except the music. I think she's done everything except the music. I know she does the art. I mean, she's great at the art, and she is doing it in Adventure Game Studio. I do know that. Or was. I don't think she changed directions, but I'm pretty sure she was doing the game in Adventure Game Studio. A lot of people have asked her to do like a DOS version, but she's like, no, I'm not doing that. They want to run like natively on DOS, and she's like, no. It's gonna look like a retro game, but it's not gonna run on retro systems. I mean, which I get. I wouldn't do it either. Alright, I'm gonna open it. I gotta get me all the talk party, because we beat a game. Let me do that first. I mean, there's people who do it, and, you know, it's interesting, and I don't know. I think it's like,
It's raining
like there's people who still make Commodore 64 games and Game Boy games and things like that, and I'm like, okay, I guess. Like, do what you want to do. All right, ad vote is open. You can type !! Ad vote, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 corresponding to the number of games that you would vote for. And Atari games, and DOS. I mean, some people use the old Sierra engines, the AGI engine, which runs on DOS, to make games and they make games in that. So, well, we have a tie. We don't have a tie. Oh, and there's also Betrayed Alliance, another game I want to play. There's so many games I want to play. There's so many games I want to play. Y'all should be picking those games. Yeah, I can still give Regulus some treats. He likes treats. And we can also see what he would have picked. assuming the tie doesn't remain. I feel like King's Quest: The Silver Lining was a bit behind and just like caught up. Maybe Kitty Trouble Games added some stuff to it. Alright, it's over. King's Quest: The Silver Lining is the winner, which as I said, I don't think it's fully finished, so we might end up on a cliffhanger. You made 15 new accounts. Well, Kitty Trouble Games is the winner of the raffle. Obviously you didn't, because there were only 10 entries to the raffle. Anyway, I don't think Kitty Trouble Games is here right now. No, Kitty Trouble Games is not here right now, as far as I can tell. He's not in chat. But when Kitty Trouble Games is here, well, let's run the experiment while we are. Let's test Regulus's voting prowess and let him vote again. Oh, he likes this. So, the Witch's House, MV, and King's Quest, The Silver Lining. Alright. Oh, we gotta, before I do that, let's set up everything. Let's set up everything else. We gotta do time guesses. Okay, we got Dune is off by 49 minutes. That's 7, whatever. I think it's that many. Stains Blue is off by 84 minutes. And Cannon is off by 80. Cannon and Kitty Trouble Games are off by 88 minutes. So they both get at the same time. Alright, there we go. I did that. Let's close it. Pick the next game to that we're playing. Gotta do all my admin work here. The administration. Alright, close that. And then next game is going to be... has silver in it. King's Quest: The Silver Lining. The game, it was meant to be 5 episodes, but only 4 episodes have been released. All episodes we played and released episodes we played as they become available. That's the deal with this game. So it's gonna be game 432. 432. Alright. Open time guesses. Except there has, yeah, I know, so we may not get the 5th one. But, hey. I'm just saying, if it gets released, we'll just play it. Let's see, is it open now? Yep. And then next vote. Modern Q. There you go. There's our next vote for the Modern Q. The Sexy Brutal, or Brutale, Hero U, Jenny Leclue, Leisure Suit Larry, Journey, and Mick Pixel. Mick Pixel. Which I'm kind of interested to see. I'm gonna see how that goes. It's like a, I don't know if there's a, I think there's probably a story in it. Because there's a Mick Pixel 3 and not a Mick Pixel 2, so. Alright, let me set this up for regulars. He's gonna vote even though we've already determined the game. You can't even see him. You couldn't even see him. Alright, well he picked a game. Was that good? You picked this one. That's it, that's all. You did good. You did a good job, Ray. Good job.
I love games!
Good job. Well, he picked the one we're playing. He picked it. He picked King's Quest, The Silver Lining, so we're actually playing his pick this time. I feel like last time he might have been right about the game. Did he pick not Sherlock Holmes? Or was that the previous game? I don't remember. Alright, we got the taco token drawing too. We're gonna go on a raid. The Regulus is right there. You can see him. You can see him on this camera. It's back there. So if you haven't entered the taco token drawing, exclamation point, I love tacos, all one word. And bam. You can be entered to win a taco token.
It's raining tacos.
Where is it? Raffles. We only have 5 people entered. Come on. Nobody wants a taco token? You can exchange it for 5,000 tacos, which would be added to games. You can also... We're playing all... I don't know how... We're playing all 4 of the existing episodes, so I don't know. They're like an hour long each or what, but that's what we're doing. We're playing all that exists of it. It's weird that they would go for... They would intend for 5 and then only do maybe something happened. I don't know. Something could have happened. All right, here we go. I'm interested too. I've never seen it before. I know at least one. I know Hippo played it, but I didn't watch it. It was hard for me to watch Hippo because I didn't want to spoil any games I haven't played. So when he played a game that I had played, I was excited because I could actually watch. Death threats over King's Quest, the name King's Quest. Alright, here we go. We're gonna draw our winner. Busty Bookers, you're the winner. You get another taco token. Woohoo. Oh, come on. Pick games. Pick them. Pick the games. We like bad games. Wait, what spy game are we talking about? What spy game are we talking about? You put exclamation point tokens. You can see that I have 406. Fox Hunt? Oh man. Fox Hunt was beautiful. That was a fantastic pick. It may not have been a good game, but it was a good pick. I'm sorry. I will say that playing bad games is also part of the fun. With the exception of Dark Star. I think I could have gone without that one. But it does live down in infamy. And maybe Backpacker. Yeah, that's true. Sherlock Holmes. Well, I'm glad I played it because, especially after playing Crimes and Punishments, because we got to see how far Frogwares has gone from that, and in 2 games, Crimes and Punishments. Like, Dark Star was basically a game that was, yeah, it was kind of a maze, FMV maze. Well, it was supposed to be like, I think they were going for like Myst in space with an actual story, but getting around was really hard, and they actually had to release a walkthrough for it because it was like ridiculous. We played a game called, what was the game called? There was a game about mazes, and it was basically all mazes. Oops, all mazes. Labyrinth in Time? I think it was the Labyrinth of in Time or something like that. That was all mazes. It was just a bunch of mazes. Kind of another FMV game that involved, well, I don't know if, I can't remember. I think it was FMV, and it was all mazes. It was just maze, and they had to do another maze, and they had to do another maze. I mean, I guess it lived up to its name. Yeah. Yeah, and the transitions took forever. And there was one spot, like at the beginning, right? It was, I didn't even know you could get there because they weren't good at indicating, like, which directions you could face. So there was a place I had to go like at the beginning of the game that I didn't go, and I missed it. It's like, I didn't know. And there were so many areas in that game. It was like, and yeah, all the transitions and like, you see what they were going for, and just didn't work. And then they turned it into an actual movie, which we watched. And I think it was pretty bad, too. Just like we watched the Fox Hunt movie. Which is also pretty bad. Yeah, they're trying to, that's the thing, I don't think they were going for doo-doo jank garbage. I don't think that's what they were going for. But hey, we played them, and now we can talk about how bad they were. So it wasn't a waste. You gotta have something at the bottom, right? There's gotta be something at the bottom. There's gotta be something in the toilet that you wanna push the flush down. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. It's a good question. They use QuickTime, I believe. They actually use QuickTime. I think they use QuickTime to do their to do the video. The one thing I will say is the game worked. The game actually worked. That's like something. The game worked. We can't always, like, say games work, but in this case we can. Alright, I think we're gonna raid a Sharpie, who we haven't raided in a while, who's playing PGA Tour Golf for the Game Gear. PGA Tour Golf. He's playing all the Game Gear games, and I think all the Sega something. I don't know what he's on now. Dreamcast. Yeah, he's on the Dreamcast. So he's trying to basically play all Sega stuff. Well, I'm trying to play all the adventure games for PC. He's trying to play all the Sega stuff. So that's who we're gonna raid. If you haven't seen him before, he's been streaming for a long time. So, and he's part of the Mellow Fellows as well, and the Retro Variety Dream Team, which I'm on both of those teams. So, you know, known him for a while. He's also, I think he started his own team. He got partner. So, oh, that sucks. Alright, anyway, I will be back on Thursday, and we're gonna start King's Quest: The Silver Lining. If put your time guesses in for that now. If it is 5 hours, we might finish it in one night. Who knows? Anyway, yeah. I will be back Thursday at 8 o'clock. Next Thursday, the Thursday after that, I will not be streaming because I will be at Gen Con. And I probably will be streaming on Sunday, but it might be a little bit late after that. But I'll tell you more about that next week. But thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. Have a great night, everybody, and I'll see you all